Oh, okay. Uh, Bloomin' Spring update is here, apparently. Alright, g'day guys. Welcome back to Dinkum. I think it's episode, 229 or 230, something like that. I lost count because it's been a few days since I played the game, and I'm just sort of coming back to it, and lo and behold, we've got the Bloomin' Spring update dropped on us. So I wasn't actually expecting that. I had sort of a few things planned for the day, but we might be throwing all of that out the window, considering it is the first day of the Bloomin' Spring update. Now, it is a shame that we're in summer at the moment, so obviously we won't get to see all those new flowers and whatnot until the spring actually comes, but you know, we'll wait until we get there. I assume the update is not a temporary update, right? Which means that we should be able to access all the stuff, you know, even if we sort of play at our own pace here. This is one of the features that are, that have been included in the new update, which is a way we can just pick everything up without, you know, having to sort of go through each and every piece of mail. I will have a read of the one from Franklin here. Here's the charging station you ordered. Thank you very much. Awesome. And, oh, okay, so apparently you can save certain pieces of mail from deletion. So that's pretty good. I'll collect everything else with the collect and delete all, because that'll save us a little bit of time. All right, cool. Plenty of things to do. The update has caught me off guard, guys. So obviously there's the farming to do. So perhaps maybe let's just start there. And then we can sort of... Oh, okay, we can't even start at the farming, guys, because our inventory space is looking horrendous. Alright, well, let's head into town first, and let's drop off a whole bunch of junk into storage, and then from there we'll sort of deal with the farm, and then we'll sort of figure out what we want to do in terms of getting busy with the update. I was initially planning, guys, to perhaps maybe spend a bit of time roaming around the surface of Wuyan, because someone left a comment to say, you know, that there's a trick to finding shiny stones and potentially even opals on the surface, which is to actually look for quote-unquote rough soil. So I didn't really understand what that meant, but then I sort of had to think about it, and I might sort of have a theory that there's some types of soil that I have seen around which are a little bit different than the normal type of soil that you generally see. So I have a feeling that it would be better if we sort of got ourselves like a desert pea for this area. Let's store this spare set of flowers here, and we'll see if we can get a desert pea for that pot. Just checking if everything is complete. We did use some brick flower beds the other day to get ourselves some desert roses, and I think we'll probably just bring that back home and see if we can just decorate the house with it, because I feel like the farmstead house is, I mean, it's looking nice, but it could probably do with a little bit of decoration here and there. And in terms of the quote-unquote the square that we've designed in the last several episodes, that's coming along really nicely. I think the only thing that's missing is probably the arch that I want to sort of experiment with, and I might put it over here. Oh yeah, that'll be happening perhaps maybe in the next several episodes or so. It is Friday. We're not really going to be able to resolve our tomato issues. So, I guess that's still going to have to wait. We've put that on the back burner. No visitors today. I know there's new townies in the update, and we met one of them when we had the stream. I'm just going to quickly check in with Franklin. What is this? A mushroom lamp? I mean, for the sake of completion... Oh, actually, no, we already know how to make that. I was going to say we'd just buy the recipe if we didn't know it already, but I am here because I do want to check in on how much it's going to require us to make the tractor. And this is because obviously we do have future plans for making the large farm, and I feel like having the tractor is going to be pivotal for that. You know, I'm not in a rush to make it, but at the very least we need to know what's required for the tractor. So the money's not going to be an issue. From the list, I think the iron bars are probably going to be the biggest problem here. We only have 85 iron ore. We've got 3 bars. Let's start smelting, because we're probably going to need like heaps more iron ores potentially. So we may need to go into the deep mines sometime soon. Now, speaking of going into the deep mines, there's obviously a new deep mine tier, which we can explore in. We'll definitely be getting into that, but to even get there, we're going to need some rubies to start off with, so it's not like we can, you know, go immediately into the next tier willy-nilly. So, yeah, a lot of work in front of us. But for the moment, let's do the usual stuff, which is the farming. I might actually just quickly fly around, see what needs to be done, and then sort of decide how we should tackle everything. Did we grab all of the eggs? I thought I saw one more. Ah, here we go. Alright, how are our animals doing here? Because I don't understand why we're picking up, like, a couple of small chicken eggs. Unless I forgot to pick up one of the small chicken eggs the other day. Potentially that could have happened. Alright, so we've got poos to make into fertilizer. That's fine. Things are looking okay over here. We've got some beans to harvest. That's fine. We'll grab those. Okay, and... Alright, looks like the sugarcane is also ready. And... yeah, some more sugarcane over here as well. Oh, did I... What are these things? Is that fertilizer? Okay, so I guess the update has sort of changed how the fertilizer looks in the ground, potentially. But, I think I made a boo-boo in the previous episode, guys. I completely forgot to come back here and replant our onions. So we're gonna have to do that. Okay. Same problem here, apparently. We don't have onions in this section. We should actually fix that up, since we still have the fertilizer in that section. Aside from that, it doesn't seem like there's anything else that we need to, I guess, harvest and replant. So, let's get all the things that we need here. I definitely think that a lot of the plants in this update look very, very more luscious. So, anyway. Grab that, and let's grab the onion seeds, and actually I do want to check. Ah, yeah, okay, so our scythe is definitely not ready for use. I do want fertilizer, and I want to be able to craft some more fertilizer as soon as possible. But I don't exactly have too many ingredients here. I'm going to use one of the alpha scales. Because with the alpha scales, oh yeah, we've got a problem here as well. Oh, bloody hell. I completely missed replanting a whole bunch of my onions here. Ah, Lord. Alright. Well, it is what it is. We're just going to have to use some of our fertilizer for this section, and yeah, we're going to have to sort of fix up the timing on the rest of the onions. But that's probably going to be another day, obviously, because we don't have all the fertilizer that we need. Alright, there we go, and let's do the same for this section here. And over here as well. And I do need to change some of our signage at some point to indicate the tomatoes and the onions. But I don't think that's top of our priority list at the moment. Let's harvest our sugarcane here. Yeah, we can use a chainsaw for that. Probably not the most elegant way to do it, but gets the job done. Probably a little bit better than using the axe, to be honest. Alright, let's grab all of that. And let's do the same thing here. Alright, good stuff. And let's just grab all of that, and time to place down all of our sugarcane seeds. Alright, I think our job in the farm is done, well, except for looking after the animals, actually, so we do need to get that done as well. Alright, very good. So, oh yes, look at that, Jet is alive, finally. Now, is he completely, is he completely happy with all the things that we have for him? Actually, one thing that I should check is whether or not I can... Ah, yes, here he is, Jet. Let's actually name him, because that's obviously important. There we go. Very good. And, did that stick? Yes, it did. Alright. And there's a relationship meter there with good old Jet as well. There we go. I was looking for the way to pet Jet, so I'm happy that Jet is looking a lot more alive now. So it's definitely part of the family. So let's just it's a little bit tricky to get the right angle to be able to pet Jet, but anyway, we get the gist of it. So speaking of our animals, we should perhaps maybe feed Spike right now. There you go. Alright, enjoy. And let's actually complete all the work here that we need to do before we forget. Might put that there, and yep, that looks better. Let's grab our milk and our wool. Alright, good stuff. I'm just checking to see if Jet has been updated in any other way here. I think in terms of the movement and controls, probably still the same. But that's okay. I don't mind. I'm assuming everything is set for Jet. But if any of you guys know that if like he needs any other types of food, for example, we can sort of get that organized. But for now, I'm assuming everything is okay. Let's put these things away. And yeah, so as I was saying before, guys, so my initial thought for the day was going to be to go out and explore, I guess, the surface of Wuyan to see if there's, I guess, any rough soil that we can find, and then sort of just do some mining around that area for both ores and hopefully opals. But since the update is here, let's put a spanner in the works of everything that I planned. So let's have a read of the board. Okay, Franklin has an investigation request for us. Cool. It's been a while since we've had an investigation request, so that'll be pretty cool. And then now we've got the calendar. So apparently it's going to be Theo's birthday on the 18th. So I think the way this works is we've got to set up the bandstand, and at the bandstand we're going to be able to start, you know, doing stuff and celebrating, you know, milestones, and I don't know, maybe have other celebrations as well. But let's talk to Fletch first and foremost and see if we can actually make it. So Wuyan is really starting to grow. I'll tell you what, it might be a good idea to build a bandstand. No, we're not having any musical guests anytime soon. Blue, if Wuyan had a bandstand, we could use it as a place to host events. We could host parties, gatherings, celebrations. It would be a place where everyone on Wuyan could gather and just hang out. I've already applied for the bandstand, so come and speak to me if you think we're ready to build it. Cool. All right. So let's apply for the deed then. So hello there, Blue. What can I do for you? Let's talk about the town. Let's see. What exactly can I help you with? Let's see the deeds. Here we go. So the bandstand. Let's apply for that. Doesn't look like it's too difficult to make. Okay, so we're going to apply for the bandstand. Just so you know, this will put the town in 25,000 dink in debt. Don't worry, we'll pay it off in no time. There is a donation box here in the base tent. So are we going to apply for the bandstand? Yeah, let's do it. Great, we're all set. I'll give you the deed so you can decide where to place it. Once it's placed, check the deposit box on the build site. We won't be able to start construction until we have all the required materials. So the quicker we have everything we need, the quicker we can start construction. Righto. Okay, so here we go. We should maybe try and get the bandstand constructed. I'm just sort of having a think of how we're going to do this, considering you know, all the shops that we have around. I sort of want the... Oh, how did you get in here? Oh yeah, and this is part of the next the update as well. We can actually see how much damage we're dealing to enemies, which is really useful actually, because you know, now it's sort of really clear when certain weapons are effective, and that certain weapons are more effective than others. But yeah, so what I'm thinking, guys, is I sort of want to have the bandstand be set up somewhere like smack bang in the middle of town, rather than, you know, putting it outside. So I sort of think that we need to move some of these structures a little bit. Maybe even the bank. Maybe the bank needs to go somewhere else. Yeah, it's a tough one because I sort of like the way we've got things set up so far, but the bandstand has to go somewhere. I'm almost thinking perhaps maybe even this spare house could potentially be moved, but we've got stuff in it, right? So I don't know how that works. Let me just check with Fletch to see if I can actually move any structures while I've got the bandstand plan. Okay, 25,000 in debt. Let's donate. Oh, actually, I actually need to put money in there. That'll help. There we go. Alright, well, Fletch has clocked off for the day already, so we can't really plan for the bandstand just yet. Alright, bit frustrating here, but what I'm gonna do is actually place the bandstand deed away for a second. And we'll sort of have to come back to it. Oh, I can't put the bandstand deed anywhere. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to carry it with us for the time being. Let's just check on what we can craft here based on the update. Because I remember there's another couple of stations that I want to craft. And then there's these ramps that we could also potentially craft. Let's see. Bag of cement, palmwood planks. Let's just make a few of those. Because I sort of want to test the ramps to see what they look like. Because when I was playing, I sort of thought that the ramps didn't look as nice as the steps, but we can always give this a go and see if it does the job. So here we are. Let's just take these steps away for a second and let's drop the ramps in there. Ah, yeah, okay. As I said, so with the ramps, it has sort of this white section on the side, which I'm not entirely sure I like. I would have much preferred if it took on the same color or same pattern as the sides of the soil. So yeah, those are the ramps. I think, to be honest guys, I'm probably going to keep the steps rather than have the ramps. So I think the steps look a little bit nicer. So that's just my opinion, guys, but who knows? The ramps might get updated and they might look nicer, and then we'll have to sort of switch around to having some ramps. But for the time being, I'm going to just keep the ramps over here. We are starting to run out of space for stuff. Today's going a little bit slow, isn't it, guys? I feel like I'm not being very productive at all, but yeah. I feel like we just need to have a chat with Fletch again to talk about licenses and a whole bunch of other stuff. But I think we should just continue the day and try and get as many things done as possible. So I'm not entirely sure what we use these fossils for in this update, so we'll still hang on to those. I'm thinking I want to move maybe I want to move the bank, I think. I think the bank can go here. So we might sort of shuffle this area around and see if we can then move the bank. It's only 25,000 dink, right? So what I'm going to do is just get rid of all of that. I think the bush lime is going to be safe over there, but what we're going to need is we're going to need space around this section. And we might need to sort of have a little bit more soil here to be able to place the bank. And I think this should be enough, but yeah, we'll sort of have to come back to Fletch tomorrow, see if we can talk about moving the building, and we'll see if there's enough space here. If not, then I'll probably flatten a little bit more over this side, and then we'll see how we go. And then once that's done, we should then be able to place the bandstand right here in the middle of town. I think that'll look really nice, rather than having the bandstand sort of sitting somewhere like on the outskirts. It makes sense in my mind anyway, guys. Alright, so let us just go back, store stuff, and I think we can afford to do exactly what I mentioned before, which is to perhaps you know, do a little bit of an exploration day, have a look around Wuyan, and see if we can find more ores on the surface, and if we're lucky, we might find those opals. Again, the advice given to me is that there's some quote-unquote rough soil that apparently opals tend to spawn on. So what I might do is sort of do an exploration of all of Wuyan, and we'll do that clockwise like so, which means that I want to swing by this way, and yeah, we'll just sort of ride the bike, make sure that we're... Ooh. Wow, okay. I'll show you guys what I mean though by rough soil. See the soil over here, how it looks, I guess, quote unquote, rougher than the normal soil, like right here. So apparently the, well, not just the opals, but apparently the ore nodes actually spawn quite regularly on this soil. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what it's all about, but I'm happy about getting another opal. So that's the 5 opals that we actually need for a new toy from Ted. So we should actually go speak to Ted whenever we can next. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure if there's a way for us to sort of expand this rough soil or not. You know, maybe we should just test it out. If I did that and just placed it back down. Absolutely not. Okay, and looky here, but the soil is rough here as well. So my guess is... Oh, okay, that covered up some of the rough soil. I better not mess with the rough soil in that case, because I don't want to diminish the amount of, I guess, areas that that those opals can potentially spawn on. But anyway. Now, the other piece of advice that was given to me is that the rough soil tends to also only appear around the bushland and desert biomes. So it's sort of a little bit pointless to be looking for this kind of area near the tropical biome or the pine forest biome. So we may as well sort of stick around the bushland biome and the desert biome if we're really trying to look for these opals. So let's continue our journey. I mean, while we're out here, we might as well get some wattle flowers. And yeah, it's a shame that it is already summer. I would have liked to be able to collect some more, I guess, flowers, like different variety of flowers, especially since the update brings new flowers. But anyway, we're just going to have to be patient and experience the new flowers when they arrive in the springtime. Now, what I'm doing as well, guys, is I'm actually just like clearing out any of the ore nodes that I see that are actually on the rough soil, quote unquote, because by doing that, I think it promotes, or according to the comments, it promotes them to spawn, and if we're lucky, they might spawn with some opals instead of just ores. So, passing a lot of Digo habitats. We haven't exactly found any rare Digos, have we? That's still a bit of a question mark in my mind as to how we're supposed to find them, but I suppose maybe it's just a matter of going out regularly and just looking. I just don't know what these rare ones look like exactly. So, anyway. Are we going the right way? Actually, before we continue, let's grab Bottle Brush because they're pretty valuable as well. Okay, yep. So, as I said, there's the Pine Forest area there. We can probably ignore that, but we should look around in this area. Yep, okay. That's it, I think. I do want to destroy some of those larger rocks as well, or the quote-unquote jiggly rocks, because they tend to give us some shiny stones, so sometimes, if we're lucky. Alright, let's keep going. Could potentially be some stuff here. No? No. And yeah, don't forget, guys, we do also need a whole bunch more keys for the second tier of the deep mines. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Let's just quickly fix that. Actually, we're completely in the Pine Forest biome, so I want to head back, actually. I don't mind some free meat. Ow. Hey. Cut it out. Okay. That felt like the... it felt like the alphabet did less damage there. Is that just me, or did the update perhaps nerf the alphabet? Not 100% sure on that one, but it just felt like I had to hit that that bush devil quite a bit. Alright, and we are already tired. Jeez. Can we eat something? Anything gonna give us a little bit of stamina? The wheat could. Or... the egg. That could give us a little bit of stamina. That's alright, let's just keep going. We've got the bike, so I guess it's not going to be too bad. If we come across some bananas or some pondongs or something like that, we might pick some of that up. Just to let us keep going for a little bit more. Yeah, this is a whole bunch of rough soil right here. I don't see any any ore spawns though. And again, hindsight here, but I'm just thinking we could have brought some wattle brews with us to try and break down some of these rocks a little bit faster. Alright. That goes to the western connection, and, you know, generally that area has pine forest biome, so I'm going to ignore that. Let's go out here. A little bit more of the bushland biome. Okay. Don't exactly see any rough soil around there. Yeah, and it is late, and we are, maybe about halfway finished with our entire exploration efforts. I thought I would have liked to perhaps maybe do a little bit of digging around for some keys or something like that, but we don't exactly have the space right now in the inventory. That's okay. We'll focus on that another time. We're going the right way here. This is sort of tropics territory, but I think if we go down here, we might come across some rough soil, potentially. Okay, doesn't look like it. And we do need to sort of work on this area and extend the roads around here, but we'll get to that. It'll have to be another episode. Is it worth going up here? Wouldn't mind picking up some bananas if we come across some bananas here. Not exactly seeing any though. There's some. I'll just grab that very quickly. Alright. Only a couple. Let's just have one. Yeah, not a lot of ores and not a lot of rough soil in the area here. So, I guess we should move on. I'm probably going to ignore all of that, so we should sort of cut across like that. That's a weird noise. Okay, strange noise to make when you're highlighting something in the map, but okay. Oh, I see, okay. I thought it sounded like something to do with the engine, but apparently you can now just like boost your way to things on the bike. How cool is that? Ah, I love it. Move over, Helly. I mean, I'm now back in love with the bike. Oh man, can just truly hoon around everywhere now. Man, I don't know what the highlight is today. I mean, I was gonna say, well, you know, looking for opals or, you know, trying to set up the bandstand, but I don't know, I feel like the highlight is discovering that we can boost using the bike. Alright. So, doesn't look like there's anything around here. And nothing around here either. We want to go cross over there. I suppose we haven't exactly checked the middle, have we? Around here. There we go. Whole bunch more ores, and definitely some rough soil here, so let's try and clear this out, and hopefully things will spawn. I assume that you could get lucky with some quarry spawns as well, and that the quarries might give you some opals, potentially. Alright, where are we? Suppose we should just sort of come around that way and see if we can, you know, spot any goodies. Maybe do a little bit of a swing by where we've marked the X. Okay, nothing here it seems. So let's just swing around and we'll cross over this side. This bridge definitely needs a little bit of work. In fact, this area needs a little bit of work, if you ask me. I sort of want to terraform this entire area just so that it's not so precarious and that we have a little bit more space to actually move around in. But that's going to have to be another episode, obviously, or another several episodes, to be exact. Yeah, this is the right way. We'll sort of go through here and we'll swing by not this way. We'll swing by around like so and almost get killed by those trees. It's a good thing that crashing the bike isn't really a thing, because can you imagine if it was? And especially now that we've got the boost. That would be horrible. Alright, well, we found one opal, guys. That's something. But at the very least, we've got a better idea of what we're going to do with the town. So I think one of the first things we're going to do tomorrow is have a chat with Fletch, see if we can move stuff, and then place down the bandstand. I don't know if we can move things first without placing down the bandstand. If we can't, then we're going to have to sort of place the bandstand down and then move things and shuffle things around, which is not great. But anyway, yeah, we're just going to have to sort of work with it if that's the case. Wow, Bloomin' Spring is here. A lot of things to think about. And obviously we are going to go into the deep mines sometime soon, but probably not tomorrow. Tomorrow's probably just going to be a day where we're sort of trying to unlock as much as we can in terms of licenses and all that sort of stuff. Let's check actually on our permit points. Okay, we've got 11,000. That's not like a terrible amount, but I think it should be enough to get us quite a few things unlocked. But yeah, it'll have to be tomorrow. Alright guys, well, hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you're looking forward to the next one and all the content that comes with it, with the Blooming Spring update. As usual, leave a like. That really helps me and the channel out. If you have some feedback, leave a comment down below. But aside from that, as always, stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one.